Hi, welcome to another Studio X video, and today we are going to see advanced concepts of decisions, iterations, and how to work with multiple word templates with dynamic path at the runtime of the files. For which, let's create a blank task and name it as work with multiple documents and click on create button. Meanwhile, it is creating workspace for us. Let's see what we're trying to do today. So we have this file known as resume data, and if you see, there is how the file looks like. So what we have is we have three columns initially, which is needs CV, which has a value either yes or no. It is to tell the robot whether the resume has to be prepared or not for that particular candidate. The next column is the CV type, which type of resume template to be picked. As you can see, there are resume values, template values, which are different. Then the third column we have is the name. Again, the name is different: flying robot, processing robot, again the flying, and the receiving robot. So which picture that we have to pick for that particular resume is what we have to pick from this. And then for each of these rows, we have to fill these values in that particular CV type Word document. So this is what we are trying to do. If you can see the folder structure, this is how it looks like. So we have the resume templates. As you can see, there are 4 types. So we have to pick it from the CV type. So whatever the type is, we have to pick it and paste it inside the edited resume. So we have to copy that particular template from this folder and paste inside edited resume. Once we have done pasting that particular resume, then we have to choose which picture we have to take from these 3. Again, this will be decided based on the column C. So again, the pictures will be picked and will be pasted in that particular Word resume that we have copied, right? So yeah, these are the decisions that we have to make and pick the dynamic files at the runtime from all of these 4. So there is not a one word template that we have to create for all these rows. Based on a column value, we have to decide which word template should be used and which picture has to be used in that particular resume. And then the final resume should be saved into this folder. Let's see how to do this in the Studio X, for which I'll go to Studio X Workspace. And I'll first take the use Excel file resource because we have to connect with a raw file, which is this one. So let's go to the path where the file is or locally saved. So this is where the path is, or the file is locally saved. And there you go. You will connect with this particular Excel file. So once it has taken the path, then you can either name it as something else, or you can keep the reference as it is. So once you have connected, now you have to iterate through each of these rows. For this, we will use an activity called for each row. So if you go inside the Excel card again, you can see the activity for each row, which is here for each Excel row. Now drag it inside the scope of use Excel file, because all the data of this resume data Excel file is only accessible within this scope. Outside this, it is not accessible. So for each row should be within this resource. Now, once we have done, now it will iterate through each row, and your current row represents your current row which is being processed. Now, has headers will tell the robot that the first row of the sheet is the header and not the data. So skip it. Now, inside the range, we will give where actually the data is. So as you can see, the sheet 1 and resume data table is where all our data is. So if you go back to sheet 1, and this is a table name. So we have given where to iterate, from which table we have to iterate, and current row is where you will get the data from the current row. Now, once we have done this, next thing is we have to check the column A. So it has only 2 branches, either yes or no. In this condition, we will be using a if condition because it works well with the 2 branches, and if you're expecting results in the form of Boolean. So we'll take the if condition, and into the condition builder, we'll go and we will say that if my current row and needs CV, you can say is equal to, so is equal to what your value is, which is yes Okay, so if the value is yes, so go to the text and give your value. So if your current row needs CV column value is equals to yes, it means then we have to create the resume. Otherwise, show else is where gives you the branch for the false condition. Then we do not want the bot to process anything, but we actually want that particular iteration to be skipped, for which we will use an activity called skip. So if skip current is what will go inside the else. So if the condition is true, this will be executed, and for the false, this will be executed. Now, what to do with the if the condition is true? Now, if the condition is true, next thing we have to check is the column B. Which kind of resume has to be created? Now you can see here the decision expression has values like resume cyan, dark orange, blue, etc. So these are kind of text conditions you are seeing inside this decision, and it has certain branches, for example 4 to 5 branches, and the bot has to pick only one branch out of these. So in this particular scenario, maybe you can think that the switch activity can work, right? So if I go and say switch, what is my expression? I'll check my current row CV type, right? CV type. So if my current row CV type has a value which is say resume cyan, okay. If the value is click on add new case and say if the value is this, then you want to copy that particular template which is this resume cyan to the edited resume here. Okay, so let's do it. So for which to copy the file, you will use an activity called copy file. So copy file is what we are going to use. So copy file, you go here and drop it inside this. Now from where you want to copy is what you can mention your path to your Word template. So there you go, right? And let me copy again and go here, paste it here. Now, in this particular case, we want this resume to be picked. So click on the open button. We are done. And where we want to paste it is go back again. So the path, you can create any path. So let me say in the downloads, I guess my folder is in the downloads. So I'll go to the, let me go to the downloads folder. And there you go. And then we have something called as week 2 exercise. There you go. Inside the week 2 edited resumes is where I want to copy it. So we are done, right? So similarly, we'll be creating the use cases, not the use cases, but actually the cases for the other resume types as well. So if the next case is, for example, this was for the resume cyan, and if the next resume is say the orange one, then I have to create a one more case. And then inside this, I have to copy the file, and this time the path of this should be not the resume cyan, but I have to pick the Word template, which is resume orange. Now, the trick here is if you see, right, you are actually hard coding your path of your Word files, which is if the case is resume cyan, then pick the resume cyan file. If the orange, then pick the orange file. So here you're actually hard coding your file types. Also, it is also dependent on this particular cell. So suppose in future, resume cyan get changed to resume cyan template. If I change it like this, my CV type, or I include more scenarios in the CV type, then what happens is I have to come back and change my code. I have to change which particular template to be picked, right? So this dependency can be removed by actually creating the copy file path dynamic. Let's see how we can do this, for which let's delete this particular activity and we are going to use only the copy file. Now, from where we have to pick is what you can mention here. So again, let's go to the path. This is where all our files are. So yes, this is the path done. And then let's just take any of the values as of now. Once we are done, so now right now we have a hard-coded value, which is resume view. But after the templates, we want, so after the templates, if you see at the path, let me just go to the text part here. Okay, so till the templates, everything is going to be same. The only thing that is changing is resume type, the value, and this value is actually coming from this particular B column, right, and the CV type column. So why not pick the value from here directly instead of hard coding it? So I will say that pick the value and delete the resume blue part, and here click on the plus button and say current row, and what is a name is CV type, right? So now what it's gonna do is it will go till the templates and it will see what type of template is given in column B. If it's resume cyan, it will pick the value of resume cyan, because if you see the value here and the path name or the file name has the same name. So this is what we want to use it. And then if you go back here, so we are done. The extension, make sure you are not changing the extension. So the path is dynamic right now. Whatever the value in the column B as a CV type is, it will pick that particular file. Click on the save button. Now, similarly, we want to make the two value dynamic. We want to save the file with the candidate name and the CV type name both. For this, now click on the browse for folder where you want to. So again, let's go to the downloads, and I'll again go back to the week 2 and the edited resumes. Now once I have done with the part where I want to copy, so this is going to be common across all the files, and after this I want to save the file name with the candidate name underscore the CV type. For this, let's click on the plus button and click on the text button. After this, let's click on the plus button and say current row name, right? And then I want an underscore, and then we want one current row CV type as a value. And then don't forget to put the extension of your file. So this is what we have. Also make sure that for the while you're creating the path, you make sure that you put these slashes so that it knows where the folder ends and where the file starts. So after the edited resumes, make sure you put one more slash so that it knows that it is a folder, and after this the file name starts. So we are done with creating the dynamic path now. So copy file is done. It will pick the file dynamically, and the name of the file is being picked from the column B, and we'll paste it inside the edited resumes folder. So once we are done with if condition, the next thing that we have to do is update that particular copied Word template with the values for that particular row. So for which we'll have to connect with a Word file. So let's go to the Word card and use the resource use Word file. Make sure again this is inside your for each row. Okay, so because for each of these rows we want to perform this action, or we want to create the template. Now go to the path where your template is. So again we will be using the same concept of what we have done here in the if condition. So if you see copy file, so whatever the file has been copied, we just want to make sure that we are using the same file to update it. Let's try to copy it, and let's see if we can paste it here. So we are going to update the copied file, which is there in the edit resume. So yes, we'll be updating the same file. You do not worry about changing these fields. You can keep them as it is. Now start updating the document. So for which, let's pick any of the file. So the first thing that we have to do is update the picture here. And the picture is again based on the column name, which is column C, right? So if I go back here and let me pick an activity called replace picture. So if I take the replace picture activity here inside the use word file, again, make sure all your word file related activities are inside this resource. So replace picture is what we are going to use. And again, we have to replace picture using the alt text of the picture. So if you go to the picture which you want to replace, right click and you can see the added alt text. And this is what you have to copy. So the robot will identify with the alt text the picture that you want to replace. So copy it and paste it here. Go to text and paste it here. Click on the save button, and the next is what picture you want to replace with. Again, this is what we have to make it dynamic. So let's click on the browse button and where your pictures are. So all our pictures are inside the pictures folder. I'll take the path. The path is common across, so it should not be a problem. And yes, we are done. Just choose any of the file as of now, but we want to make this file name dynamic, for which let's click on plus button and click on text. So instead of the flying robot, what I want is this file name should be picked from my Excel row column. So click on the plus button and current row, and which is your name. Let me just check back. So this is your name, right? So name is where you have to pick. So current row name. So this is going to be a picture name that has to be picked. And then click on the save button. It's going to replace your picture with the name which is given in the column C. So again, we have made this dynamic. It will not always pick the same picture based on the value in the column C. It's going to find the same name, and then it's going to pick up that picture. Yes, we are done with replacing the picture, and now everything is going to be same. We have to replace the text of the word file here. So for which we will be using the activity called replace text. So this is going to be a very repetitive task, and let me just do it in replace text in document, and we will be using the same activity across it now. So go back. This is a name that you want to replace with or replace. So search for, go to text, this is what you want to replace. Click on the save button and you want to replace it with your value from your current row name column, right? And deselect this because wherever it will find the name, it will replace it with all, but you only want this particular instance to be replaced, then do not click it. So we are done with the first one. Similarly, we are going to do for the others. So just keep pasting, copy pasting the same activity. So the next is we want to update the phone number text field. So update this particular placeholder, click on the text button, and placeholder is, phone number is what we want to update. And the value should be picked from the current row phone number column. Again, copy the activity and paste again. So copy and paste. We are done. The next thing we have to update is the email address. So email address is what we're going to update. Click on the plus button and text. So there you go, the email address, and replace it with my current row and the email address value. So now again, copy the same activity and paste again. After the email address, we have to update is the experience one. So there you go, copy what the robot has to search for. Click on text. Now the robot has to search for this text and replace it with the value from your Excel current row experience one. Now copy the same activity and paste it again. And now the next thing that the robot has to search for is this particular placeholder or the text in the Word file. Copy it and go to the text and paste it here. Now this has to be replaced with the value from the Excel current row experience one details. Similarly, copy this and paste it here. By default, I checked it, so uncheck it. Now the next thing after the experience one details we have to update is the experience two. Again, copy the same thing. Click on the plus button, click on the text and update it here. Click on the save button and now again click on the plus button, and the experience two should be coming from this particular column, copy the same activity again, because now we have to update the experience to details now. So again, copying the same activity and update the text that the robot has to search for, and then click on the plus button, and in your current row, the experience to details is what you have to update, and then copying the same activity and make sure you uncheck it. Next thing that we have to do is the experience 3. Again, copy the same thing. I know this is a kind of repetitive a little bit, but we have to do it the same way, just using the same activity. Experience 3 is what we are updating now, and from the current row, experience 3 column value. Again, copying the same activity to update the experience 3 details. So again, we have to search for the experience. Okay, experience 3 details. This text has to be replaced. So go to text, and this is the text to be replaced. Click on save. Now, current row, experience 3 details is what has to be replaced with. So we are done with this now. Now, copying the same activity, and the next thing that we want to update is education. So search for this text. So let's click on the plus button again. Text to be searched is this, and it has to be replaced with the value from the current row and education 1, right? Make sure you uncheck it. Yes. Okay, so the education 1 is done. Next thing is the education 1 details that we have to do. So again, copying the text from the word and updating it here. So next text to be searched is this, and it has to be replaced with the education. Okay, it has to be replaced with the current row and education 1 details. And again, copy the same activity and paste it. And the next placeholder is the education 2. And there you go. So again, click on the plus button, text, and this education 2, click on save. And it has to be replaced with this column value. Again, copying the same activity, and last but not the least, we have the education 2 details to be updated. So copy it and again update it here. So there we go, done with the field. Education 2 details again should be picked from your current row and this particular column. So we are done with the replace text from the Word document or updating the Word document. The last thing we have to update is the profile details. So there you go. You have to use the same activity. Let me just do it, and there you go. Search for text is okay. The activity was copied. So the profile details is what has to be copied. And search for this and replace it with your current row profile details column. So yes, we are done with updating the Word document. So this is how we have to update the Word file, and the Word file template is going to be picked dynamically. It is not hard-coded always that we have to pick the same file. So this time the file will be picked based on the column name value. So let's run this robot and see what happens. And let me just close this and close this as well. And yes, let's run the robot and go to the folder, edit resumes. Now here the files should be copied and the Word document should be updated. The bot is running now. The Excel file is opened and the first Word template has been copied. And if you can see the taskbar, the Word document has been opened and it is being getting updated. It may take a while to replace the picture and replace the text. If the value is yes in column A, where it says that yes, the resume has to be created, then only the file will be copied here in the edit resume. So for the next file, the file has been copied, which is for the resume audit. And now this is being getting updated. And now we have the third file as well, which is for the resume view template, and which is being getting updated now. And there you go. You can see the Word file at the taskbar, which actually getting updated. You can click on the file and see how it is getting updated, but let's not disturb the robot. And again, the fourth file is being copied and it is updating it. So you can see the Word file being getting updated. We have now 4 templates as of now. And now we have the 5th one as well. Also, you can see how the naming convention is. We created name underscore CV type. So you can see, right, the name is flying robot underscore, the CV type is resume cyan. Similarly, in the third file, we have processing robot as the name and underscore resume cyan as the CV type. So yes, we are done with the bot run. Let's see the words file that has been updated. So opening the first one, it has successfully updated all the details and it has updated the picture as well. Now this one was for the flying robot. Let's see for the processing robot if the picture is updated right. And you can see the picture is different for the processing robot and all the other fields are also updated. Similarly, let's see the third case, which is receiving robot. And there you go. Receiving robot, the template is different as you can see. Also, the picture is different, and we have successfully finished our exercise of the working with the dynamic word templates and working with the decisions and iterations. Thank you.